I cannot wait any longer for the last Naruto movie. I've spoiled myself intentionally on some things. It looks like a great movie to me. Art/animation look amazing. They basically had every big time animator working on it. It's canon, which is a plus, and I'm not usually into that love aspect, but I think it's great to end the series on that note and give Naruto the series and character closure.
Sorry mate, Naruto the last movie was awful. Bad script, boring villain, us-pulled new power, fake romance, predictable ending.
You're in the small minority then. Majority of people like it, and I know enough about it to know it will be a great movie. Art, animation, it being canon, story, action, all great, and gave it great grades across the board. Not everyone is going to like it, but me, the only people who don't like it is the Naru/Saku fans, which is never gonna happen.
If you know enough about it, then you should agree with me. Isn't it obvious how forced the romance was?
But the romance between Naruto and Hinata has been there since Kishi introduced Hinata, lol. And the romance was the focus of the movie, so maybe that's why it felt forced. I'm not sure what power you're talking about. Everything power-wise makes sense from what I heard. I did hear the villain was meh, but as long as he's powerful and the animation looks cool, which I heard is probably the best animated Naruto movie to date, I'll be satisfied.
Having a girl liking someone and doing nothing in the whole show is not romance, it's a joke. Romance is the interaction between two people in love with each other, not the lack of that. Also, there is a power that can wipe out the whole planet, and it is mentioned only in the movie. Sure, that makes sense. And if the only thing you care about is fancy visuals, then yes, you will like it, but that is a very shallow reason.
Oh god, SMH! I can't even talk about this with you. If you can't appreciate closure to the series in this way, that's your problem. I don't care if Naruto and Hinata was predictable. That's why I always thought, and most people thought, it would have been from the first damn episode. You don't see Sakura fawning over Naruto throughout the series. Again, you're in the very small minority to say this is awful. Kishimoto, Parrot, Shishiya, etc. put a lot of work into this movie to get it right, and 99% of the things I've heard have been positive. People have had issues with it, but to call it awful only butthurt Naru/Saku fans would say that.
No shit, what you heard from a bunch of Narutards was positive, never expected to hear that. Did you also hear how most enjoy the fillers right now than the actual damn canon story? Also, I don't give a crap about the awful pairings in this show. They are just one of the hundreds of things it did wrong.
I'm not bothering with you anymore, man. It's not just Narutards who are praising it. It's people, reviewers, etc. who go on in it with no bias about pairings or the movie, etc. It would make something massive for me to say this movie is awful after everything I've seen and heard about it. I've read multiple reviews as well as talked to people who have seen it. There are a few people like you, but all I hear in nitpicking and bitching about stuff. If you have problems with things in the movie, fine. I've seen terrible movies though. I know what terrible movies are like. This is not a terrible movie, far from it. We'll agree to disagree on that subject. Good day!
Did you even realize that what you're saying so far is what other people are saying about it and not what you think about it? I watched it and I stand true to what I say. You're just excusing a movie you never watched based on what others say about it. And you take the side of the majority. You are the definition of a sheeple. Don't bother to keep this going, pleb. You ridiculed yourself enough. I have enough material for a video now. I was looking for someone with more subs than me so I can get more views, since as we all know, if he has more subs you do it for the views, and if he has less you are a bully. And I found dear old Forever Weekly. He made a video stating the obvious reason of why Naruto is stuck in filler hell. This article says that despite having close to no canon adapted, Naruto is still the franchise which makes the most money. There is no reason to adapt the rest of the canon material because they already make the most money. Why would they finish up the story and stop making money? They will continue doing that for as long as they can, like any sane business would. And you know what? I wasn't annoyed by the article. We knew that since the manga ended years ago. What pissed me off was what Forever Weeaboo said at the very end.
And Studio Pierrot and TV Tokyo, I understand it's making you money, but do the right move, alright? Make the right decision for the fans.
Make the right decision for the fans. What does that even mean? To care more for the fans than for their money? If they gave a fuck, they wouldn't have done that in the first place. They are not going to stop when the fans get annoyed by all the filler. They will only stop when they no longer make money out of them. You know, chibi reviews style. And for you, dear fans of Naruto, I have the pleasure of asking you the exact same thing you keep asking me every time I shit on your favorite anime. If you don't like it, why are you watching it? And to top that, why are you giving them so much money when they treat you you like shit! You definitely don't enjoy Naruto because you are entertained. You are addicted to it and you're not gonna stop no matter how terrible your favorite anime has become. The right decision would be to watch something better, or at least to not waste so much money on it. But you don't even do that! So let's end this with another thing you keep telling me every time I'm being negative on anime. If you no longer enjoy anime, stop watching them!
I love this story, Ninjas. It's an anime that I couldn't stop watching for long periods. However, the one very large issue I had with Naruto is the darn filler. If Naruto had no filler, I'd be a very happy camper.
First of all, you have to understand the use of fillers. With an anime this long, the writer can't keep up with the pace. For every episode, they use about 2 to 3 chapters of the manga. When the anime has reached too far, they have to buy time for the writer to write more. Or they could make it like many other animes. Make up another story end for it, or just pause it for a couple of years while Kishi draws the manga like crazy. But that wouldn't make anyone happy. Please stop going on and on about the fillers. They are there for a very good reason.
Shippuden is clearly one of the greatest anime of all time. Shippuden wouldn't have became so popular if it wasn't great or amazing. The fillers in this anime are truly horrid and awfully annoying, but you know what? Overlook it! Don't watch them. Simple. An anime's worth isn't valued by its amount of fillers or overused flashbacks or anything. Its value comes down to how much a person themselves think it's amazing.
Naruto is, and always will be, one of the great long shonen series out of all the shonen series. It has provided a story that still makes its fans wanting more. It has revived criticism for its filler, but when filler is not being aired, it is excellent.
Overall, this is one anime which stands out for itself, for it has its endless fillers to catch up with the manga. It's something you shouldn't miss out. It's one of these very matured, well-developed, well-characterized anime which keep you on your feet while you grow up with the series.
Because Naruto has more filler than the other big three, that it has a horrible plot and deserves a 5-4 score. To you people that do that, you should be ashamed. Where do you get off rating a wonderful anime like this one a 5 because you think there are too many fillers? It's just stupid, honestly.
I saw the negative votes were the result of the insertion of filler, but it seems to fall into exasperation because they are interesting and related to the story.
What makes these fillers less of a nuisance is the fact that each one focuses towards elaborating on the original story, instead of opening entirely new ones. As for the story itself, well, there's a reason this show is one of the most popular. The story isn't your basic young hero kills bad guy story like everything else these days. The young hero is confronted with an enemy that can't be defeated with a spirit bomb or a bankai.
This TV anime series is the most amazing one out there. Don't get me wrong, I do agree with many people that there can be one too many fillers, but that shouldn't sway your judgment of this amazing anime. The story is just amazing. It plays out great even if it has 1 or 2 fillers before they get to the real stuff, the action, etc. Everything fits and it is quick-witted when it comes to connecting the dots.